Valley Club, some huge quality of life changes just announced are coming very soon to Raid Shadow Legends, plus a bunch of baity events this week. I'm going to talk about what is my strategy and what you may want to consider if you are doing this Odyssey event. If you're ready for all that, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having an excellent day, and I hope you're ready for all these big quality of life changes coming to Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to talk about the big announcements, some reworks, and the baity events that are going on right now in the game. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know this is a brand new Raid Shadow Legends video goes up. But let's get into the game. There's a bunch of news that was just announced. Actually, what happened here? All right, so let's go out into the news here. The Odyssey event is going on right now. The Deck of Fate, it's going on right now, and with this one, has some pretty good rewards. We will talk about all the rewards for the Deck of Fate going on right now. I'm not sure if I am going to do this. The Deck of Fate awards 100 Odyssey points for this Titan event. You can miss 250 points, so this is a skippable event. But along with the increased drop rate for soul stones, I may end up doing this, or I may end up skipping that summon rush that is coming up later this week. The good thing, we have all the events for the Titan event. Augustin's Frenzy tournament is going on right now. So is Classic Arena, and so is this Valor Deck of Fate, which we talked about. So 100 points for that. What is coming up later in this week, though, we also know that this gear enhancement event should be pretty easy if you have a bunch of silver. We have a champ training event, which is also worth 100 points, so equal to what you would be awarded from this Deck of Fate right now. But a big event, Summon Rush, 200 points there. Now, like I said, you can miss 250 total points throughout this whole event if you're going for these. We also know we have some Fire Knights, 40 points for that. Ice Golem, 40 points for that as well. And the Dragon Tournament, we have 50 points because it does have some special rules only using Sacred Order characters. So I can miss a few of these events and still get all that 5-star soul for Cassandra. I'm not sure which events I'm going to participate in, which ones I'm going to skip, but I do want to remind you, if you want to start off a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account, now is the time to do it, because you could get this guy, Ezreal, for free. And if you use that QR code that just popped up there, you'll get off to one of the best starts for Raid Shadow Legends. You're going to get triple epics, triple legendaries, and you're going to be able to get a clan boss right away. You're going to start off with Narma. She is a great clan boss character, great poison damage dealer. You're going to get Uugo, Tayrel, and Fayne, all great clan boss specialists. You will get Ezreal for free, great synergy with Narma. But as soon as you have Narma in your account, enter one of these promo codes to get another legendary champ. You could only enter this within your first 24 hours of starting your account, and you could only choose one. So choose wisely. Kitty Cut is my recommendation right now. It gets you chest arcade, great damage healer, and it will help you get to that clan boss. Desert Queen gets you 200x. She's a great champ as well, great support champ. Monkey King gets you Sun Wukong. He's another great champ, more of an arena specialist. And UD King gets you Ultimate Death Knight, one of the best tanks in the entire game. Let's get to these update highlights, some great quality of life changes, some that we knew about, some little surprises, but let's read this. Hello Raiders, update 11.2 will introduce several long-awaited quality of life features and changes, such as Siege mock battles performed by clan members to test their own defensive, opposing teams' relics becoming visible in PvP, which is instant tag, arena battles, and more. And then some more things that we'll talk about. Some I think are really exciting, like some quick battles. But let's talk about Siege first. In clan test battles, among all the requests we've seen for Siege mode, is the option to test defensive teams, maybe the most frequent, and with update 11.2 becomes possible. All of this takes place in the prep phase. Once a defensive team has been installed, anyone in your clan can fight it. Oh, let's move this up a little bit more. Anyone in your clan can fight it just by clicking the new Tested Defense button next to the champion lineup in the Generation Squad, and this is what it's going to look like here. So you can test out one of your alliance mates or clan mates' defenses. There are no limits to how many times you can attack and how many test teams you could test, nor the order in which you do so, meaning you could test any defensive team in any building rather than start a fight and fight your way through, as the attacker has to do when the siege battle begins in earnest. Any bonuses, traps, conditions that have been activated prior to the test will take effect in this battle. You can't, however, test your own teams You can't, however, test your own teams and will have to rely on your clanmates to do it. So you can't test your own defenses, but you can test all of your clanmates' defenses. Nor are there any rewards for winning the fight. Battle reports are available, but only to the owner of the defense team and the attacker. Once the report is saved, replacing one of these older ones if several players test this team over and over. So yeah, the one report per team. Once you switch it, a new report will be there. Relics visibility in PvP. This is great if you're really active in PvP. You can test it out there. And I guess this is the relic here. So you can show relics, and I think it's probably a toggle button. Let's see, making the opposing relics teams visible in arena and siege battles is another frequent request. We intend to fulfill it in the upcoming update. As of 11.2, you'll see the new View Relics button on the champion selection before Classic, Tag, and Live Arena Siege battles. Tapping it will showcase the relic equipped on each champions on the other team in the respective slots and provide you information on what each relic does. So this is great. It has a skill up there. I'm guessing up here in this section as well, we'll have the relic information there. Furthermore, we'll make the same information available in the battle info. After the battle begins, you'll see the relics icon and a name pop up in a battle whenever it activates. So that is great. This is what I'm most looking forward to. Man, these tag arena battles take so long, and all I want to do is get a win. So this is great. Look at this screen here. Quick battles start on auto. The new update PvP improvements don't end with relics. Yeah, tag arena quick battles. We're going to introduce quick battles for the tag arena. In order to unlock this feature, you need to progress to at least silver tier 1 and above. After that, you merely need to tap the quick battle checkbox to make use of it. So early game players still have to build up and get the silver 1. Once you do this, saves a lot of time. All quick battles are calculated in auto mode. You'll see a disclaimer pop up and get a chance to opt out of or disable the pop-up with the don't show again checkbox. I think I'm gonna disable that. Don't wanna see that all the time. Once quick battles activated, the game will calculate each round and display the results. Green icon show victories in rounds, red icon show defeats. So yeah, this is great. This is gonna save so much time. Sometimes I avoid doing my tag arena battles because they take so long. This is, yeah, great time saver, especially with the introduction of Grim Forest. Points and reward distributed the same way with manual tag arena battles. That is awesome. This is what I'm most looking forward to. All right, Iron Twins, Fortress, and Soul Merchant. 2 other important improvements in the upcoming update are the Iron Twins Fortress. Super raids will become available in this dungeon. That is great. So instead of taking time of 6 battles, you're gonna take the time required for 3 battles, which is good. Soul Merchant will be improved, increasing the number of legendary champions by 2, increasing from 4 to 6. This is great news. If we go to our Altar of Souls and the Soul Merchant, we see that there's 4 spots here. It's gonna go up to 6, and it looks like we're gonna get more refreshes as well. I think it's every 6 hours instead of every 8 hours from the way I understand it, but let's go back there. Looks really good. The new, yeah, we're gonna have 4 refreshes here. 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of the 3. So every 6 hours instead of every 8 hours. Really good stuff. Miscellaneous. Introduce a filter that allows you to sort Grim's gemstones by type rarity when they're in use and wherever they're new. So that is a good thing. A new filter will introduce to the tavern, allow you to hide champions using fusions or display other champions alone depending on what you need. That is a great thing as well. For me, I'm switching between my the vault, the master vault and reserve vault. Normally I've been putting my fusion champs in the master vault. This will be great though. I could switch up how I'm using my vaults. Really looking forward to that. Rework gear will also be marked with a special icon next to the rarity plaque, and equip relics will be marked with the avatar of the champion who currently uses them. We also have an option to hide equip relics in the filter drop-down menu. Yeah, this is great stuff for managing relics, kind of like they have with managing our artifacts and accessories. The leaderboard refresh indicator will adjust it, so only the top 100 players will see it. And a minor UI changes in the tag arena menu display the number of weekly battles you need to fight the remaining. So this is good. I think this means that no more red dots for the leaderboard. We got 2 reworks, and this is actually the first time we have a rework character that I've had in my roster, and I actually built them up to 6 stars for Baumel Curse City, the hard Curse City. We had a switch over after that, but I just built them up, and we got the rework for Bambus. Really great stuff here, guys. was kind of a mediocre champ. Now he looks like he's going to be a good champ and may have some battle. I guess we'll have to wait for some testing to occur, but may have some value in a Wixwell Titus team. What he's going to do with his A1 previously, it had attacked one enemy and had a 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns, goes up to 75% chance. Also, attacking all enemies instead of initial targets under 2 or more debuffs. This attack, 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed. That is up from 40% chance. So really, really good A1. The A2 is still going to attack all enemies. Before attacking, place the shield buff on all allies equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. That is huge because now you can just build Bambus with a lot of HP, and the healing that he does is based on Bambus. So this is a champ that you probably wanted with a lot of HP anyways. Sometimes the heal, you're doing this on attack champions, you have a lot of attack, a lot of crit, they won't have as much heal. So this just increases the, not the heal, the shield that Bambus can apply, and also increase the value of shield buffs on all allies by 3% for each enemy buff that has duration decreased by this skill. It is up from 2%, so 3% now. 4-turn cooldown instead of 5. That is big. Also, next, target enemy, the A3, first places a 50% increased accuracy and a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then 75% chance of placing an enfeebled debuff and a 50% decreased accuracy debuff on all enemies. That is better. It had no decreased accuracy debuff on all enemies previous to this. The enfeebled debuff cannot be placed on bosses, but also has 75% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff on bosses for 2 turns instead. Yes, because I guess you can't do the enfeeble, so decrease attack, and then 4-turn cooldown still places him on sleep, and then passive a lot better. 75% chance of transferring debuffs placed by an ally to this champion who are under a sleep debuff. Will not transfer block, revive, stun, freeze, fear, true fear, provoke. So all these crowd control debuffs and sheep debuffs as well. At the start of this champion's turn, remove any sleep debuffs from this champion, but the active effect is where he got a big boost. Transfers all debuffs from this champion to the enemy with the highest resistance. If a sleep debuff was removed from this champion with a passive skill, this is the big one, or by an enemy attack, this effect cannot be resisted or blocked. So transfers all the debuffs from this champion to the enemy with the highest resistance, cannot be blocked, cannot be resisted. So really, really good stuff there, right? We also have a rework to older mythical. This is one of the first mythicals in the game right now, or in the game. The base form attacks one enemy before attacking, removes all buffs from the target, increase the cooldown of a random skill by 2 targets, even if this attack has a weak hit or it lands a weak hit. Damage now scales with attack. So better there. I don't have this champ, so seems like it's a lot better. It's like wholesale changes to this champ. Attacks all enemy on the A2, place a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. This debuff will ignore block debuffs, buffs, and can be placed even if this lands as a weak hit. So block debuffs is not doing anything for this A2 attack. Also places a protective unkillable buff that wasn't protected before, and a counter attack buff on this champion for 3 turns. Damage now also scales with attack. 4-turn cooldown still. The A3 removes all debuffs from all allies and places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except for this champion for 2 turns. Place a shield debuff on all allies equal to 30% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. And then a new thing, increase the value of shield by an additional 3% of this champion's max HP per debuff removed by that skill. That is like Wixwell level shield, I think. So that is great. I think you could pair Garl with Titus, although Garl would be harder to get, I think, than Wixwell. The passive, when attacked, decreases the duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1, occurs once per hit, but the new part also heals all allies except this champion by 50% of the damage taken, and heals this champion by 25% of the damage taken whenever this champion is hit, occurs once per hit. So base form, a lot better. And again, wholesale changes to this entire kit here for the alternate form. The A1 attacks all enemies. 25% chance of repeating this attack, was 20% only. Ignore block damage debuffs or buffs, and damage now also scales with HP. So I think that was an issue with this character before. Would scale with HP on one form, scale with attack on the other form now is scaling with both, so both forms remain consistent. The aid to attacks all enemies, damage of the skill increases by 10% for each buff on this champion and on the target. So more ability to increase the damage of this skill. Will ignore 30% of the target's defense. Will ignore 50% of the target's defense instead if this champion has more buffs than the target. So that is great. If you have a lot of buffs, have that team composition, they could put a lot of buffs on him. Damage now also scales with HP. And the A3, whenever an ally attacks this champion, has a 50% chance to team up with them and join their attack. This champion, this is a passive here, not an A3. Never mind. But still very, very good. This champion inflicts more damage as their HP decreases by 1% per 1% for every HP loss. So more damage as he reduces. So kind of like a berserk type effect. This champion receives less damage as it has their HP decreases 0.5% by every 1% HP loss. And also another passive removes all debuffs from this champion. No, not a passive. This is A3. Removes all debuffs from this champion, places a 50% increase attack buff and a 30% increased crit damage buff and a 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies for 3 turns. That is a solid move. Grants an extra turn. This skill unlocks when this champion has 3 or more debuffs, or when this champion has 50% more or less HP. All right, so this is a skill that's there. This is kind of like a hidden skill there. Only unlocks when it meets those conditions. So yeah, the Garrow, very, very good. Bambus, I am super excited. That is the first rework of a character that I actually have. Let me know your thoughts on the rework. Let me know your thoughts on the quality of life changes. What are you most looking forward to? For me, it's the tag arena battles. Is it the siege? Is it removing the red dots? Is it something else? Let me know what you're most looking forward to. Of course, if you do want to start up that brand new Raid Shadows account, use that QR code up there to start off a second account, or get one of your buddies to play with you as well, because everybody that uses account will get a triple legendary, triple epic start right now. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out.